Ugh. Guess I drink my coffee out of this Chick-fil-A cup. I don't even feel like washing out no cup. Drink it out of this Chick-fil-A cup. Out of this Chick-fil-A styrofoam cup. That was a brilliant idea. I'm in the kitchen. You haven't figured it out, I'm making me a cup of coffee. I'm lazy today. Oh, let me see what these. Yeah, they still some good. I'm gonna make some homemade spaghetti today. Oh, I got the sniffles. Oh, go get me some Kleenex. I got the sniffles. It's so quiet. So what does that mean? Does that mean that there's anybody in here? I don't know. So I'm just gonna turn the microphone off because I have no way of knowing. I guess I better change uh, the title. Let me change the title and the tags. I'll do that. Change the title and the tags. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn my mic on. I guess I'll make this public. I'm gonna turn my microphone on. I really don't have to press it that many times. I don't know why I always overpress it. But anyway, y'all, as you can see, there's a I don't know what is this. on your screen. It's not a jail cell, you know. It's not a jail cell that's been painted or anything like that. But it does give the illusion of a jail cell, uh, or a penitentiary or whatever. I don't know what that stuff looks like on the inside. But if I had to guess, the walls are probably like that. But anyway, yeah, I thought somebody had been MIA, but they not. They not MIA. I tell you what they are though. Apparently, they can't upload nothing to their channel. Let me go. Let me go over here and see. He can't upload nothing to his channel, to his main channel. How do I feel about it? I mean, expect me to give a damn. Don't expect me to give a half of a damn. Now I know it's urgent for him. Cause see, when you make your living off of J4K and all this other different stuff, you know, to go, let's see how many days has he gone. Going on a week. That's pertinent. A whole week and nothing off of your main channel that's got, well, quote unquote, almost 1,000 videos. Let me turn the volume down. Almost 1,000 videos and 33.1 thousand subscribers. That's what it says right here. Yeah, I'm gonna make this public. Now I'm gonna pause all this other different stuff. Yeah, he's been working overtime. His whole livelihood depends on this, y'all. It's eat or starve. It is. It's eat or starve. What he gonna do? I mean, if I had to guess this time, it ain't nothing nobody else did. It's something his ass did. So when you bring down your own channel because of some of your grimy ass shit. Now, this is grimy ass content shit. Not to mention all the grimy shit that he do up on here behind the scenes. I just call it karma. That's all I call it. I call it karma. I went on somebody's channel yesterday and I left a comment and I told them, I said, take down all of his channels. Take down all of them. Because they have taken down a channel of his. I didn't know that. I watched the video last night and I left a comment. And hopefully they will read the comment. And I said, take down all of his channels. And I hope they do it. I hope they do it. I do. And poor Teresa Martin, to have to come on YouTube and try to plead with people to get some grimy guy that build up channel on the, build up his first channel off of her dead daughter, build up his second channel off of her dead daughter, build up his third channel off of her dead daughter, build up his fourth channel off of her dead daughter, build up his fifth channel off of her dead daughter. And she ain't been dead but what, about 3 years. So by that, ever since she's been dead, he ain't been doing nothing but utilizing her death to build up channels, to get monetization. And I already knew that he was trying to sell this and that, the other. If I had to guess, it probably is a handful of people that have bought that stuff, but that's it. Let's say he sold 10. That's all he gonna sell. Or let's just be generous and say he sold 100 total. That money been spent. It's been gone. It's been ate up. Okay, it ain't nothing going on the OnlyFans. He can't upload nothing on this channel. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't have to research nothing because I know how grimy people work. See, he came on here the last time that he couldn't upload nothing and said some punk. He wasn't talking about me because I'm not that interested. I'm not that vested to be trying to do anything to your shit, because I know it's only a matter of time before you pull the rug from up under your own self. It's called karma with you. It's only a matter of time. I just wait it out. So whatever happened before, let's say somebody did flag this or whatever, and then you appealed it, and then you got on here and bragged about it and whatever. And so now you got the big head, and now you just, around here looking for all kind of grimy shit for content. I got a feeling this time it didn't have nothing to do with nobody. It had to do with your ass. That's what I believe. I believe you just outright violated some of their policies. That's what I believe. Ain't no appeal in that. When you outright violate their policies, it ain't no appeal in that. Matter of fact, I saw one of your videos that was on your main channel and now it's on your other channel. So what did you do? Did you download it and then edit it and then upload it on the other channel? It ain't getting it ain't getting near the views that it was getting on the main channel. If I had to guess, people, wait a minute, I need to check something, y'all. Wait a minute, I need to look at something. Yeah. If I had to guess, the people that have paid for their membership over here, they paying for nothing. They paying for nothing. Now, this is the second time that you haven't been able to upload nothing in probably in a month. Or I'll just be generous and say 2 months. With all of that, erraticness going on, who would just pay you? They checking. What they gonna do? Go back and watch your old videos all the way back over again? All that grimy ass shit what you post up here on here. Now you targeting Cardi B, you targeting King Von. I don't know why you're not talking about Kanika Jenkins anymore. If I had to guess, it's because probably you know that your whole channel is gonna come down. I think it's because you know that certain people are going to make sure that not only does your channel not be able to upload videos, I don't think they're going to stop until they bring all your shit down. All of it. What you going to do then? You going to gather up some hoes and move to OnlyFans, Haven't you? I thought you had already done that. What, it's the same 5 videos that's been up there all along and you want $20 a month? Are you still like running banners for like 99-cent donations? Really? You think somebody like me gives a damn what some ex-con that's been locked up in the penitentiary for doing all kind of unspeakable things to teenage girls, adolescent girls, 12, 13, 14-year-old girls? And there's no need to put allegedly in front of that. There's no allegedly necessary with that. All anybody got to do is just type your name into any search engine and your shit is all up. Matter of fact, I see a new mug shot that I hadn't even seen before. I see 3 different mug shots for you. 3. That means your ass done did some other shit too. I've been trying to tell people up on here what you about. You grimy. And you think ain't none of that shit gonna catch up with your ass. YouTube is the end of the road for you. This is the end of the rope for you. Technically speaking, you're not even supposed to be up on social media. Ain't you on probation or parole or however it work? You ain't even supposed to be up on YouTube having contact with anybody that is on social media. Your stuff is out here and somebody 17 years old can bring up your channel. You're already in violation. You know that, right? You're already in violation. If you type hello to a 17-year-old girl, that's grounds for them to throw your ass back in jail. No, back in the penitentiary. Right? The penitentiary? Where you been in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, that's your ass. That's your grimy, fat, stinking ass. Teresa Martin called it right. She knew who to go to. And this thing, apparently, they brought down your channel. I hope they bring down every channel that you bring up on here. Actually, I hope somebody find your probation officer or your parole officer and report that you up here on YouTube. And let them look at the shit that you up on here talking about. That's what I hope. I hope they find out that you've been chatting or typing or have, words or, fake accounts. All that stuff can be tracked back to your phone and your Mac ID on your laptop if you're using one, or your desktop if you're using one. It can all be tracked back to you. I hope some technicality like that come up and present itself. Because people like you, I don't think you should be allowed on the internet or social media or anything. I don't think you should, because it's just having too much free access to underage girls. And by that, I mean 17 and under. Because 17 is not an adult. You have access to 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds. Does your probation officer or parole officer know that? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's a lot of people that don't know it. That's why you changed your logo and took your picture off of your logo. That's why I just say $Z $. That's why you changed up a lot of stuff and took your picture off of it. But you know what? Your mug shots is still out there. They out there. I saved all of them. You got a new one. You know you got a new mug shot that I had never seen before. You got 3 different mug shots out there. Online. And there's no allegedly with that. There's 3 different ones. Now, if I had to guess, one of them is from that 25, when you was 25 and messing with them girls and got caught up with that. Not 1 girl, not 2 girls, but 3 girls. 12, 13, and 14, or either 12 and 14 and 14, or either 13 and 14 and 14, or either 12 and 13 and 13, or either 12 and 12 and 14. I don't know. Something like that. So that's that whole thing. And then there's the, running a prostitution ring, you know. Because this is just what's out there from your residence. Apparently there's something else too. There's more. 3 different mug shots means at least 3 different charges. At least 3 different arrests. At least you've been fingerprinted at least 3 different times. And booked. That's what they call it, right? Booked. And after you get booked, you get locked up, I'm assuming. And then I don't know how you get out. I don't know how you getting out of there. It's just the same way about how you do up on here. You behind a lot of grimy shit up on here. I see the shit you do over here on my channel. I'll let you do it. Can't nobody stop you. But you know what? YouTube can stop you though, can't they? I forgot about that. You haven't uploaded a video in going on a week. YouTube can stop your ass, can't they? Of course they can. If I had to guess, you know what? The court system can stop you. Parole officers can stop you. Probation officers can stop you. You know, law enforcement can stop you. Laws can stop you. It ain't like you can't be stopped. But somebody like you willing to go back to the penitentiary, ain't you? You willing to do it. And I'm so jealous of you. I just, I grew up dreaming of having all these different despicable charges against me. So I can be up on YouTube and build up channel after channel after channel after channel after channel off of a dead black female. And then get on here and act like I'm all this and that the other. And then all behind the scenes, I'm logging into all these different troll accounts and stalking somebody that actually has talent up on here. According to you, I'm jealous. According to you, I'm all kind of things. But what are you exactly? I mean, just that one charge alone, there's 2 or 3 different words or phrases that can apply to you. What? Registered sex offender, child molester. It's all, all that whole dirty label. And there's no alleged with any of that. Probation violation, not registering like you're supposed to. Probably skipping, crossing state lines. Going back and forwards from this state to that state. And that state to this state. But anyway, y'all, he haven't been uploading nothing. Matter of fact, from what I can see, when he was uploading something, it ain't like he was making some big major impact on anything. Talking about it's just like a broken blueprint that he's using. A broken blueprint. The same blueprint that he used with Kanika Jenkins, he's taking that same blueprint and finding other victims to apply it to. Why are you not talking about Kanika Jenkins anymore? That's what I want to know. I find that to be very suspect, very odd. It ain't because it's out of the goodness of your heart. It ain't because you a decent human being. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know. Maybe somebody is after you because of what is so obvious that you've been doing. What's this, your seventh or eighth channel now that you built up off of her death? Let's take a look at what this say. Lease or buy beats. What is this? What in the hell is this? Are you still trying to like attach like Fabulous and Drake their pictures to try to trick people into thinking that it's their music, and then in like really tiny like microscopic print you have your name on it? Oh, that's where you are. But then again, that may not be where you are. God only knows where you at. And you got 2 followers. So the music thing's not working out for you, huh? 16 tracks, 2 followers. It's not working out for you. I'm gonna read it, y'all. He want $35 for this. Rick Ross and Drake type beat. What is all this other stuff? Migos type beat. Drake type beat. So I don't know. It's just not working out for you, is it? I told you that you're locked in a box. You've been deadbolt locked into a box when it comes to content. You can call yourself a director, producer, composer, actor, screenwriter, stage play, all this other different stuff. There's people out here that are really making moves. It ain't you. Matter of fact, see, I spend my time like looking to see what other people are doing off of YouTube. Because I know the whole climate on here. I know what the climate is. That's the kind of climate that this is. It's full of people like you that are really the haters. Y'all are the real haters. But you get on your platform and claim that people are hating on you. People are jealous of you. But it's actually in reverse. You guys and people like you, primarily your type of mindset of people who pull at all these different straws. What, you pulling at like 10, 12 different straws now? I'll read it to you. I don't get on here and lie on folks. Now, according to his main channel, it says talk show. Listen now, talk show, trending news, entertainment, comedy skits, high profile cases, battle rap, music, politics, And then on top of that, a lot more. Then he calls himself King of Truth. And then he has the audacity to say, for business, advertising, or promotion on this channel. Okay. But what he ain't gonna tell you is, I built up this channel and the one before that and the one before that and then my backup channel and then the one before that and then the backup channel to the one before that and then the channel before that, all off of the death of Kanika Jenkins, talking about her over and over and over, posting all kind of fake lies and, you know, edited videos and just coming up and just saying awful, disgusting things for clicks and views. And my audience, supports everything that I do because I'm from the streets of Philly, and what that means is like the ghetto, just probably literally the streets, the projects or something. I don't know. I ain't never been there. But I'm sure they got them in every city. You probably from the worst part, and you probably have done all kind of things and gotten away with it all your life. But it ended at 25, didn't it? That's when it all came to a screeching halt at 25. Now, if I had to guess, you did whatever you had to do to get on that T.I. video. You did whatever you had to do to be an extra. You did whatever you had to do. Because believe me, you ain't on Tyler Perry's payroll. You probably was, or I don't even know if you're still doing it, working for a security contract company. A security company has that contract. Something you'll never be able to do. Not with your background. You can't, if I had to guess, you can never work a federal job, a state job, a county job. It's security and extra, being an extra, and all this other different stuff. Yeah, you may have met somebody on set, but do Tyler Perry know that you around there recording all the inside of his studios and stuff, trying to make it seem like you living some lavish lifestyle? Does he know that? If I had to guess by now, your ass probably is not even allowed on the premises anymore. If I had to guess. And I did go back through all my videos and tag Tyler Perry on them. I didn't put the little pound sign. But do one more thing to me and I'm going to go and I'm going to add the pound sign. Because that's an official tag. I just put his name down there, but I didn't do the pound sign and then his name. See, I give you just enough rope to hang yourself. Just like you're doing right now with this main channel. You can't post shit up on here. And you know why? It's because of you. And you know why? Because you're so grimy. You done got away with so much shit. You think you can get away with everything. But usually what happens is it starts with one thing. And then, y'all heard the saying, it's usually it's one thing after another, after another, after another. That's how it's going to be with you. This is just the start of it. Matter of fact, it started when you couldn't upload before. That was the beginning of it. If you notice, you right back in that boat again. All the way back over again. And now you over on the other channel. Pressed. You pressed as hell, aren't you? If I had to guess, you probably recorded an actual shooting and posted it up on here. If I had to guess. You probably felt like, well, You know, you probably see the things that I do on my channel and you wonder why my channel's still up. You probably wonder why after all them flags and conspiring and researching and what all y'all been doing all year long, my channel is still up and it eats at you. That's another thing. That's going to be another one of them things. Your health. You probably sitting over there with ulcers right now. It just bugs you that the fact that my channel is up and that I can post something. It bugs you, don't it? You and you and you and you and however many accounts you behind. Does it bug you that I never watch none of y'all bullshit that y'all get up on here and post about me? Does that ever bug you? I mean, I can watch my own shit if that's the case. It's my voice. It's my content. It's me doing whatever it is I'm doing. I don't care to flag it. You know, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm not on here to make a livelihood. Ain't no way in the hell I would hang my whole hat on a living that's got to do with a platform that's got the type of people on here that you are and that a lot of y'all are. Y'all straight up haters. You feel like you're keeping other people from something, but actually, this is it for y'all. You can't see outside of that. You can't see the flip side of that everybody ain't living like that. This ain't it for everybody, but it's it for y'all. So y'all got tunnel vision. That's why y'all so jealous and envious. That's why y'all sit around and screenshot and count views. That's why the subscribers and the views and the lies and the manipulations are so, it's almost like it's life or death for y'all. I love it. I do. I love it. I love when y'all be pressed like that because I know that in the long run, it eats away at you. It does. It eats away at you. And then just, the pressure of trying to make a way out of no way up on here. The pressure of like, well, there's no need in me getting on here trying to front and act like a decent guy. Let me just be my grimiest, grungiest self that I truly am. Your content reflects that. That's the life you about. I wish there was a way to get away from y'all. But there isn't. So my only alternative is to put my content out there. And then, hopefully it'll find its destination at some point. Now let's go over here. Let's put a number behind this. Yeah, but it's going on a week now. Now, you got to remember, this is somebody that, like, if I would normally go to his channel, he would have something lined up for today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. I don't know. He could already have something lined up. If it was lined up, it ain't lined up no more. Let me take a look and see. This is a con artist. More than that, like somebody from the penitentiary. And I don't have anything bad to say about somebody that has been in the penitentiary. It's what you've been in the penitentiary for. That's the thing. Like, murder and, You know, that's why stuff like that, he thrives on that kind of stuff. It don't even faze him. It don't faze him to get up on here and just dog, you know, a dead black female with no respect and no concern for her mother, her feelings, none of it. You know, to send people after all these different girls. He don't care nothing about that. Listen to how he dog out. Listen to how he talk about black females. And the thing about it is, them the very black females that's up over there. I don't know. Are they offering up their daughters? I mean, it makes me wonder. You know, maybe these are like ride or die chicks. You know, they have those. They'll go around and set men up and stuff. You know, they have sinister intentions, sinister motives. They'll go and put on their high heels, no panties, no bra. Wear a one-piece dress, mini dress. Walk in a club and look for their target and set their ass up. And somebody like this will be behind it. A lot of them will even, you know, go to prison and stuff to cover up for these people. Let's say, for instance, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he messed around with one of their underage girls and they knew about it. They would, in my opinion, they would probably say to their daughter, you lying, to take his side. That's the type of followers he have. I don't know. Is that what they doing over in Philly? On the streets of Philly? Or whatever? Like I say, you know, I don't know. Everybody ain't about that life. This ain't the end of the road for everybody. You know? It's just not. This ain't life or death. This ain't desperation overdrive for everybody like it is for you and others like you, but primarily you. Your content says a lot about what you do. It does. It speaks volumes about you. You're willing to say whatever about Cardi B. Are you trying to do a Tasha K on Cardi B? The same way Tasha K did? Of course you are. It ain't an original thought in your brain. Are you still tagging Trey King on all your videos? Because you was doing that at one time. I don't know. Are you still tagging MTV and VH1 and BET and TMZ? See, you have dreams of fame. What's that guy named Rock? He did don't know how many years in the penitentiary. And next thing you know, he was a famous actor. That's not going to be you. That has already happened. It won't be repeated. It won't be repeated. Something like that won't be repeated. You're talking about welfare kids, welfare mamas, thoughts, pregnant women, hoes, bitches, hood rats, you know, dirty dicks, you know, mothers shot and killed, and, you know, sissy pastors, and, you know, I mean, really, it speaks volumes about your desperation level. And that's not even scratching the surface. That's just what, 8 videos, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, what? And then on top of it, I wonder if these guys know that that let me see if you running ads through their content. Yeah, he's running ads through somebody else's content. Content that he don't even own. I wonder do they know? Wonder do they know that he running ads? But that's what he do. People like that, they just steal other people's content. You know? But then when it comes down to his own original stuff, what he got 2 followers. Really? 2 followers with your music? Is that why you took all that shit down off your channel? The embarrassment of it all? The reality slap your grungy ass in the face that you really don't have what it takes? Pretty soon you'll be right back up on here doing Kanika Jenkins videos again. You will be. Depending on how long it goes before you can upload a video, I'm hoping it's at least 90 days. I'm hoping it's a minimum of 90 days. A minimum. Last time I checked, you were supposed to be having some kind of something on the, what was it, the 17th or something. I don't even see an inkling of that now. And then you want $5 cash apps. I don't know. Somebody give that man $5. Please. Please. Get him $5. Somebody. I don't care who it is. Get this nigga $5. He need it. Yeah, there's not even a record of that anymore. Let me see if it's showing up here. It's on the other channel. So you have to go from one channel to the next. Now, the other channel ain't nowhere near like this one is it? But it's just as grungy. See, he right back at it. He doing everything all the way back over again. See? Yeah, all the way back over again. See, he schedules stuff. He got something scheduled for the same day, one at 11:30, one at 11:55. This is the kind of stuff he do. He probably been up all night long doing this, copying somebody else's content, scheduling it, running ads through it, and the people don't even know that money can go to them. I wonder did that girl Irene figure out that money can go to her, that you've been getting off of her? And then you got a dead picture of this rapper. It's just awful, the stuff that you do, man. It's awful. You post pictures of dead people. You would probably post an outright murder if you could. And you're pulling at every string that you possibly can. It's like ain't nothing working out for you, is it? For every time you take one step forward, you take 2 steps backwards. I warned y'all about this. You're going to be an old man up on YouTube doing grimy, it's going to get grimier and grimier and grimier. The people that you conspire with, they just as grimy as you are. You know who they are and they know who you are. All y'all got fake troll accounts. That's why I don't allow none of y'all ass up over here. None of you. Let me take a break. Oh, we got people in the chat. Welcome people in the chat. Oh, you didn't know about Zillionaire? Yeah. He's got 3 different mug shots out there. He's done it all. All you got to do is type into any search engine, type in David Lloyd Dunston, Dunston. Matter of fact, I have one of his. I don't know. I can't say it's a new mug shot. It's one I ain't never seen. It's on one of my thumbnails. You'll see it. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to have a whole new group of people up in here. But yeah, I just get on here and I talk, about different things. But it's just very unfortunate that you got people like that on a platform like this because it brings down the value of this platform. It does. And I hate to say it, but if it was up to people like that, they would move right next door to you and your underage daughters. And if they had their way, you would never know that they was a registered sex offender. If they had their way. Thank God for laws. There are laws out there to protect these kids. The reason that they have to have the laws is because sometimes they have other women, other people that go along with all these inconspicuous, sinister things. They go along with it. They'll tell whatever lies to cover it up. They'll make sure if they could delete it so you'll never see it. That's the purpose of laws. To get around people like that even. Because they exist. And believe me, there's a lot of them up on here. But it's just what they do, y'all. It's just what they do. Personally, I don't think people like this should be allowed on the internet. Personally, I'm going to tell you why. I have a very valid reason as to why. Because first of all, if they've been stalking me for 2 years, imagine what other accounts that they're logged into on whatever platforms, whatever social medias, whatever emails, pretending to be somebody they're not. And they got their sights in on somebody that they want, that they crave. This uncontrollable craving that they have. They'll stalk them for 5 years. He don't even want me. He's just jealous of me. But imagine if there was somebody on here that it was something about them that reminded him of something that he got convicted for, something that he got put in the penitentiary for. See, I see these things. People don't see it. They close their eyes to it. Matter of fact, the people over there supporting him, they would be fine if nobody ever knew anything about what he did. They would be fine if there was no record of anything. They would be fine with it. And the scary part is a lot of them have underage daughters, underage granddaughters, and they would be totally fine with whatever happened to yours or theirs, in my opinion. That's the sickness of it. I've always seen this guy for who and what he is. That's why he's always had a problem with me. And he spits out gay slurs as if that's supposed to mean something. But what he fails to realize is I got sense enough to know that, first of all, ain't no telling how many times your ass done been down on your knees in the penitentiary and out of it for a come up. Okay? Know that. If I had to guess your ass, ain't no telling what your ass had to do to even walk in Tyler Perry Studios and pull out that camera and record illegally. To even have that privilege, what did your ass have to do? Don't try me. You know, come and go. That's what they do. But see, what you can come and go over here. You can subscribe, unsubscribe. At the end of the day, at the end of every day, I got a voice. Whether I use it on this channel or the channel before this or the channel before this, I will be heard. I won't be silenced. And I damn sure won't be controlled by none of y'all grimy ass up on here. None of you. In this lifetime, especially if I make up my mind that I won't. I made up my mind when I built this channel. It's still up. Y'all been trying to bring it down, all year long. It's still up. I do pretty much whatever the fuck I want to do up over here. You know why? Because my livelihood don't depend on it. But when you grimy and gritty, and you get the big head, and these, all these fake and false numbers start, making you feel like you more than what you are. You pull the rug from up under your own self. And now you're in super hyper overdrive desperation mode over on a whole nother channel, trying to play catch up. And you're never going to catch up. That's why I say it's going to all ultimately go right back to doing what you've always done to build up every channel. Kanika Jenkins for this channel, Kanika Jenkins for that channel. And the lies and the filth. Do you? I'm a prime example that you don't have to do that. You don't. It ain't necessity. It ain't mandatory. A lot of things people don't have to do to make it. Some people take the easy route. But at the end of the day, they can't stand on talent because they lack it. He's the poster child for that. He lacks talent. Now he's a liar, a crook, a thief, a rogue. You name it. He done been booked for it, or either got away with it. There's no record of it. Like I say, for the mug shots that's out there, that don't even scratch the surface for the shit that he done did and got away with. Know that. And then he wonder why every time he take a step forward, he take 2 and 3, and sometimes 3 steps backwards. But the prime example is what he trying to do over here. 2 followers. 2. But yet he's a music producer, a composer, a writer, all this or all that. Now, on this other channel, he's supposedly doing, he's pulling at every straw that there is. Every straw that there is, he's pulling at it. Talk show that gives you a deeper look into the latest news and entertainment. Also, subscribe to my main channel. Really? And the content is just as filthy and nasty and grungy and grimy and gritty, like his draws. That's the other channel. He's stealing other folks' content and got Kanika Jenkins and Teresa Martin all over it, all those girls, all these lies, sending up people, making up all these different lies about these other girls, sending all kind of, I'm sure those girls have gotten all kinds of threats and stuff behind what he get up on here on YouTube and do for a click, a view, a sub, and what in hopes of a Cash App, a Google AdSense check, and probably a membership, monetization. Like I said, this is the end of the road for him. Ain't no way to hell he's at no Tyler Perry Studios. And if he is, he making minimum wage. He probably make $8 an hour, if that. And he ain't been working there long enough to even get any kind of unemployment. He ain't getting all this extra money that other people getting, $2,400 a month. He ain't getting that. Know that. If he was, his content wouldn't be as grimy and gritty as it is. See, people like this, they're greedy. They feel like, well, if I done knock somebody over the head and rob one person and got away with it, I can do it to 100 more people. If I done dug in some underage girl's panties and got away with it, and then did it again and got away with it, and did it again and got away with it, then I can do it 3 and 4 and 5 and 10 more times and get away with it. But like I say, it's usually a snowball effect. It's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. I just wait it out. I give these people like this, I give them a chance to pull the rug from up under their own self. Because see, after a while, they get up on here and they feel like, well, even YouTube can't do nothing with them. They have to be reminded of it. Sometimes time and time and time and time and time again. And then they feel like, well, what we did to bring down the first channel, we can do all that same stuff and bring down this channel. But you know what? Ain't none of it working. Ain't none of it working. They didn't plan on any of that. And like I said, it eats away at them. For a long time, I get on here, I don't even talk about them. I do other stuff. Stuff that I enjoy. How the hell a fly get in here? Stuff that I enjoy. But you got people that don't have talent, He's one of them. And before long, he's not going to be able to clean up nothing. Hold on. I need to turn this down a little bit. I'm trying to kill this fly, but I don't want to break my blinds. Did I get it? Well, how the hell this damn fly got up in here? I don't see it, and I don't see it flying around, so I don't know. It could be on the floor. But yeah, it just is what it is, I'm sure they look at my stuff that I do, my creative stuff that I do. They don't know how to do it. That's why sometimes I get on here and I do a live, and in the title, I say, 3D animation tutorial. And I don't open up my mouth and say one word. And I let it go all night long. And you may ask yourself, well, why would you do that? Well, probably for the same reason that they do all the grimy stuff that they do. Just for a bit of retribution. See, they spend all their time trying to take down my channel. I spend my time creating content. Go figure. And then when they claim that, they're so talented and they have to really produce some of that talent, it fizzles. That's why he takes that shit down. He don't leave that shit up on his channel. If he get 50,000 views for doing a Kanika Jenkins video, he not gonna leave something up with 150 views where he supposedly is trying to sell music. He's not gonna do that. That's a slap in his face. That every time he sees it, it's a reminder that he's a fraud, that he's a fake, he's a phony. It's a constant reminder. And when he sees it, eventually he starts thinking, well, other people are gonna see it too. They have to take that stuff down. They can't stand on it. They can't stand in it. It's hard for them to stand in the reality and the truth of the matter that, I'm a fraud. I just like to toot my own horn. But at the end of the day, I really don't have a leg to stand on. There's movers and shakers out here that are doing things. I just finished looking at I'm gonna have to find their YouTube channel too, because I didn't know they had one. But I ran across something and it was very interesting. An actual production company. They got their own production company. I'm not gonna say where, but they doing things, They're doing real things. They got a whole setup, and they're producing, and I can't really see where social media is the best place to really put your talent out there, because there's so many people on social media that feel like, well, we'd rather go over here and make it appear that somebody has talent, because the numbers give the appearance that the talent is there. That's why I don't look at the numbers. The numbers lie. We want to make it look like they have talent. It's a manipulation. It's like pulling the wool over your eyes. It's like a magician. It's like a sleight of hand. And they never bank on people like me being smart enough to see through all of it. There's a lot of people up on here with clarity. They see through all the fuck shit. And they still get up on here and they do what they do and they stand in what they do. Those are the people I respect. Not the ones that will do anything, and I do mean anything. Lie, cheat, steal, rogue. Talk about all kind of murders and deaths, drag all this stuff, and it's all for self-serving purposes. For a click, a view, a sub, and to make it appear that you have talent. But when the rubber meets the road and you got to perform and produce it, you can't. It ain't there. You can't get blood out of a turnip. A thumbnail ain't talent. It ain't. Now he's supposed to be into beats and music and all this other different shit. But 2 subscribers? Really? 2 followers? Trying to sell music for $35. And I don't even remember the last time I bought music. Music online is free. SoundCloud, all this shit is free. A straight up fool will give him $35. Like I said, somebody please give him $5. Please give him $5 because I never will. Give it to him. He needs it. It's mandatory. It's a requirement. Y'all heard the saying, money is the root of all evil? He's the poster child for it. Like I said, ain't no telling what all shit he have not done and gotten away with it. Like I said, those 3 mug shots, they don't even scratch the surface on the shit he done did to people, to families, to men, women, and children. It don't scratch the surface. And in their mind, it's all justified, because I'm from the streets. I have to survive. But yet you get up on YouTube and act like you're some pillar of morality because of a number. And then you get the big head. And then you get reckless. And then desperation, overdrive, pulls into the garage and flattens all your damn tires. He can't upload nothing on that main channel right now if you paid him to do it. Offer him $100 to upload something on that main channel. He can't do it. You know why? Because he ain't in the driver's seat. He ain't never been in the driver's seat. And he has no regard for anybody or anything. It's a sad situation. Were it not him, I probably would have a grain of pity. But it's wasted on people like this because you see what they sit around and do so freely to other people without a thought or care in the world. But yet, when it doubles back down and the rug is pulled from up under their ass, they come crashing down. And then it's one thing after another, after another, after another. And all these people following around him, they can't cover up the truth. If they had their way, they would bring down the websites that's hosting his mug shots. If they had their way, they would do that much. They would go to that much of an extreme to protect somebody like this, to make it look like he's this or that or the other. And when somebody like me that get up on here, they can see right through all the fuck shit from day one. All the eyebrows are raised. How did he know? How did he see that? How could he possibly have known? I think for myself upon this bitch. Always have. I got sense enough to know who this is the end of the road for. And pretty soon, like I say, usually in a matter of time, they'll be right back in the penitentiary again. They'll be right back behind bars again. I thought he was behind bars, but he ain't. YouTube just got him in jail right now. Pretty soon he'll be behind real bars. Because he's takes one step forward and 2 steps backwards. And that's the story of his life. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Then another step forward, 2 steps back. That's 4 steps back and 2 steps forward. So it's actually taking 2 steps back at the end of the day. You're going backwards. And you know they're deranged because they sit up on here and act like people are desperate because you're going backwards in life. They want to control what you think, how you see them. You can't. I have my own brain, my own eyes. I'm not in cahoots with any of y'all as I'm very selective. Only time I ever watched his stuff was when I was reporting on it. You know, I watched him that time when he was up on here when he was about to have a heart attack on live. When he had lost his channel. I saw him that day. He was breathing hard. He couldn't hardly catch his breath. His eyes was red and he looked like he was about to cry. You knew by that, this is it. I felt so bad. I even came on here and said, you know what? Even Zillionaire deserved to have a channel. But I didn't know he would use his channel for shit like this. Because he claims to be what? A producer, a screenwriter, an actor, an extra, a composer, all this different shit. And now he's pulling at all kind of straws. Do you think anybody in their right mind sits around and tags Trey King and your channel ain't got nothing to do with Trey King? What does that tell you? Either he want to suck Trey King dick or either he want to be Trey King. One of the two. Either way, your ass a hypocrite. See, don't call me what you are. I don't want to be him. I don't want nothing from him. You the one all on his dick, not me. See, at the end of the day, game recognize game. He recognized the game that Trey King running. He want to attach himself to it. He recognized the game that Tasha K running. He want to attach himself to it. He recognized the game that Lovely T.I. is running. He want to attach himself to it. But what he failed to realize is they ain't got the kind of background you got. They not registered sex offenders and all this other different shit. They shit ain't all, they ain't got mug shots all over the internet. And how the hell you gonna get pissed off because your shit is on the internet and somebody see it? Really? Especially when you out here like bragging like you all this and you all that and you got your name and your face and shit all over shit. And you don't take any accountability for the ditch that you've dug and put yourself in. But you got a problem if somebody walk by and see that you in a ditch down there. But yeah, you dug it and jumped down in it. And then you got a problem if somebody see your ass in the ditch. That's a mental case. An outright mental case. First of all, if you hadn't did all this shit, it wouldn't be out there to tell. First and second of all, everybody ain't doing what you doing. See, you up on here lying on a lot of people. The shit out there about you is true. There's mug shots out there. There's arrest records, bookings, charges. Those aren't fabrications. Those aren't allegations. Those are facts. It was your own stupidity that brought all of that into existence. You want to blame somebody, blame yourself. Blame yourself for why you can't upload a video to your main channel right now. It ain't my fault. It ain't nobody else's fault but yours. Blame yourself as to why you pulling at every damn straw possible for survival. Get up off your fat, nasty, stinking, grimy, roguish ass. Pick yourself up, clean yourself off. Stop being around anywhere, putting on airs, being fake and phony and a fraud. Stop doing all this grungy, lying ass shit that you do on people, just exploiting anybody. Not necessarily even for a click or a view or a sub, but just for notoriety, to make it appear that you're more than what you are. I see right through people like you. And God bless Teresa Martin for doing what she had to do to get your ass up off of her daughter. And I hope she continues to do whatever it is that she has to do. Because this is what your 8th or 9th or 10th channel, all based around Kanika Jenkins. But yet you have all these skills. You're so talented. You're a producer, a screenwriter, a this, or that, or this, or that, or all this bunch of bullshit. Straight up bullshit. You a straight up fraud. In every sense of the word. And I think you were just amazed that I saw it from the jump street and got up on here and spoke on it. That's why it bugged you. And it's been eating at your ass for 2 years. Like I said, it's only a matter of time before your health catch up with that. And that's your fault even. Stop perpetrating a fraud. It's obvious how you feel about black females. And what's unfortunate is the ones that are over there, they think they're an exception to that. No, you're just using their ass. Like I said, it's the kind of mentality that it makes you wonder, if you were to, sexually exploit their kids, they would probably tell the kids, you're lying. That says a lot about the type of audience you got over there. I'd rather have one viewer than to have 30,000 people like that watching me. But the reason that you're willing to do that is because your very survival depends on it. This is the end of the road for you. That's why you tag in BET, MTV, VH1, TMZ. And every time you look and see that my channel is up, it eats away at you a little bit more every day. And then you're reminded that you really don't have any talent at the end of the day. You're just a fraud, a grimy, desperate ass fraud. Your life has culminated to this. You're not even in control of your life. You're in the back seat. YouTube is behind the wheel. If you haven't figured that out yet, you should have figured it out by now. Upload a video on your main channel before midnight tonight. Do that. Prove to everybody that you ain't a fraud, that you ain't a lie, that you're in control. You know how like when you was in the penitentiary, break out of the penitentiary. Do that. Upload a video. Do it. I dare you. You can't. Your ass on lockdown. You in the back seat. Matter of fact, you ain't even in the back seat. You in the trunk. You in the motherfucking trunk of your destiny. And got the nerve to get up on here and say somebody jealous of you and the grimy shit you do. You as low as they come. Yeah, I'm telling you how I really feel about you today. This is how I really feel. Really, 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 really. But keep doing all the crooked shit you do. Up on here and up off of here. Like I said, your ass will be back in the penitentiary before the end of next year. I mean the real penitentiary. You'll be in the real one. Because rogues always get caught. Your shit always comes back. At a certain point, you got to start paying for the fuck shit you done, that you've been spending your life doing. And it's fools like you that think you get a pass. Watch, it's going to be one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. How do I feel about it? I think you deserve exactly what your ass get. And it ain't even scratching the surface on what you ultimately deserve. I think you need to be in the penitentiary right now for all the violations you've done on social media and the internet where it comes to underage girls. I already know your ass got fake accounts. I already know you've been stalking some of these girls. I already know it. I can't prove it, but I know it. If you'll stalk me for 2 years over a fucking YouTube channel, what would you not do to play in an underage girl's panties? You will stalk however many years it takes to stalk. Be it 4, 5, 8. Like I said, people like you don't even deserve to be on social media, the internet. You don't even need to be able to have access to anything that they would have access to. If I had to guess, your ass already in violation. That'll be the next thing that happened too. That'll be the next thing. Watch, it's gonna be one thing. And then after another, every time you get up, something gonna knock your ass right back down. Every time you take 2 steps forward, something gonna take your ass back 5 steps. And it's gonna remind you of all that fuck shit that you done did to people all throughout your life and gotten away with it. the cost of doing business. In this thing called life. You're not the only one. You're not exempt. That's the problem. You think you're exempt. And you're not. That's why your ass is in super hyper overdrive desperation mode. Because most people aren't like that. But you are. And you ain't just been like that. You was on there. You was like that before your ass ever even came up on YouTube. I got sense enough to know that. I saw you in the days when you were sitting out on the steps of your probation officer building. That's when I recorded a video about you. And you think because you got a t-shirt for sale that ain't nobody buying, that you better than what? Somebody that ain't monetized up on here? First of all, I like to be in the driver's seat. I don't like to be locked up in the trunk. But that's where your ass is. Just like you was locked up in the penitentiary for doing all that grimy shit to those girls. Prove me wrong. See, there's always somebody up on here that wants to, he from Philly, the hood, the streets, the ghetto, he got out. I read your whole IMDb thing. 90% of it was bullshit. 90% of it was. I'm not going to say you ain't never been an extra. I'm not going to say you never been a bodyguard. But at the end of the day, you can't even spell it. That's the ridiculousness of it all. You can't even spell it. But then you get up on YouTube and talk to those fools over there that sit around and listen to your ass as if you're some pillar of knowledge and wisdom. And you the biggest rogue, crook, thief. And the list goes on 100-fold. And like I say, what all haven't you done and gotten away with? I wouldn't want to know. Because I would be disenchanted with the fact that YouTube lets something like that up on here and exposes people to something like that. I don't even want to know. I already know too much. Too much is what I already know is too much. And the people sit around and take it like a grain of salt. Oh, that's nothing. Really? It probably happened to your ass then. That's the same damn thing that happened to you, ain't it? What he did to them is the same thing somebody else like him did to you. And probably 9 times out of 10, gonna do it to your daughter or your granddaughter. Make that make sense. So I don't know, Call yourself whatever it is that you want to call yourself. I know what I see. I know what I've always seen. I didn't think you could get as bad. I didn't really know you was, to be honest with you, when I first recorded a video on you, you couldn't have paid me to know that you were capable of the shit that I have seen you do from that very first video that I have ever recorded on you until this day. Nobody could have paid me to believe that you would go as low as you have. That's how I know it don't get no more desperate than you. You know, you can disillusion all the however many thousands, hundreds of thousands of people up on here you want. It'll be one less. Know that. And that's what irks you, ain't it? You're irked by that. Every day my channel is up. It irks you. That'll be the next thing. I don't know. Are you going to finally have that heart attack on live? That'll be a sight to see. I would like to tune in for that. I would like to see it happen live. I would like to record it and then do a commentary on it. I'll call it Karma in Action. Live karma. See what goes around, it comes back around. Just simple stuff like that. It ain't rocket science. It ain't some physics formula. It's a circle. What go around, it come right back around like a boomerang. That's why people like me, I don't have to do anything. I know ultimately all the grimy shit you've done is going to come right back around to you. That's how the universe works. People like you are too stupid to figure that part out. You feel like you're exempt because you've gotten away with so much shit for so long, doing it to so many different people. And you continue to do it. It's so natural, it's like breathing. And the universe keeps track. It makes little tick marks for all that different shit you do. And for however long you've been doing it for. You got a lot to pay for. You'll be around for a long time because people like you are around for a long time. And the reason being, because you got a hell of a lot to pay for. And I mean, it's going to overwhelm you. Ain't nobody up on YouTube going to be able to protect you from it. I won't have anything to do with it. It'll be the universe. That's how the universe works. See, I get blessings. People like you get curses. That's how it works. I just hate to sit and watch you victimize people. Because you victimize people. You attempt to victimize me, but it's impossible. You know why? Because I never came up on here looking for shit. Never expected shit, never wanted shit to do with people like you. So I don't know. Let that eat away at your ass for about 3 or 4 more years. The reality of that. That alone eats you up. Go live on your main channel right now. You can't do it. You wish you could. See, this is the world to you. You know why? Because it's the end of the world. Your life has culminated to this. It's this and or a security guard job that you can't even spell, or a security guard job as an extra that you can't even spell. That's it. I see it. It irks you if I speak on it because it's facts, it's truth. See, your whole existence is a lie, it's a fraud. And that's what you constantly spit out. You serve it up on a platter and you try to charge for it. No matter how cheap the price, it's overcharged. Sit around and hold your breath and wait for somebody like me to give you one red penny. That's your worst nightmare. That people will end up one by one by one by one by one by one with that same mentality where you're concerned. That's why you're branching off. Oh, let me go to, what is this called over here? Beat stars. Let me go to OnlyFans. Let me, but at the end of the day, it ain't no talent there. You don't have a leg to stand on. That's the reality of it. You see mine. And at the end of the day, your only talent is thieving, roguing, crooking, lying, cheating, stealing, and what all this other shit that you have yet to pay for. I don't know, let that simmer. See, the truth is hated up on this bitch. It's hated. But it's necessary. Just like penitentiaries are necessary. And I don't have to tell you why. You know firsthand. You live in it. Okay. Well, looks like the microphone saved me again. You know, this microphone, it really does save me. Because sometimes I'll be talking and then the microphone will be off. And a lot of times that's a good thing. Because sometimes you can talk from your heart and you can be sincere and say good things. But the microphone, no, it won't be received. And that's what it just happened. I was talking and the microphone was off. And then when I realized it was off, I was like, well, damn. And then I realized, well, no, it was meant to be off. It was as it was supposed to be. So anyway, I'm just going to kick it now. I'm just going to kick it. Y'all can probably hear the sleep in my voice, but that's okay. Because tomorrow I'll be caught up. I'll be back on my regular schedule. Because when I start sleeping during the day and up at night, the only way to get back on my schedule is to stay up and then sleep at night. And then I'll be caught back up. So that's the only way to do it. Otherwise, it's a gradual process. But I really don't have that much else to say. I'll leave the live on, though. I'll just kick it, I suppose. Just kick it. Yeah, just kick it. But in hindsight, I'm glad y'all probably didn't hear all the good shit that I was telling y'all. Cause I was just sharing a lot of good shit, and I mean a lot of it, a lot of good hearted knowledge, a lot of good hearted advice, a lot of good hearted things that can help propel you in your life, all that stuff. And I'm kind of glad that the microphone was off. It was as it should be up on this bitch. So anyway, let's see. Oh, did y'all hear about the lady, the 22-year-old girl who's Miss USA, the very first black Miss USA in Mississippi, from Mississippi, and she's beautiful, boy. Oh my God, that is a beautiful girl. I was so happy for her. I went to her Instagram account. She's got some beautiful pictures up there. I didn't know she was that beautiful. 22. It's a wonderful thing, too. She made history at 22. So y'all staying safe through all this COVID shit? I am. I'm staying in the house. I am. I've been staying occupied, creating, and stuff. And I'm fine with it. This too shall pass. I plan on being around when it does pass. Let's see what's the latest with all this shit. Because I do try to stay abreast of that. Last I heard, there were over 100, pretty close to 170,000 new cases in one day. Last I heard. And I think that was yesterday I saw that. And and it was frightening. I watch it to be made aware of it, but I can't sit around having that shit on my brain cells every day. I can't do it. Ain't no way in the hell I can do that. 184,000 now, y'all. More than 184,000 cases reported in one day. I guess I need to let y'all hear this. And if you don't want to hear it, I don't know, log off or change channels or whatever. But I'm making my business to be aware of what's going on. Turn the volume up. 184, that's damn near 200,000.
Renewed efforts to control the worsening coronavirus pandemic in the U.S. On Friday, for a fourth straight day, a record was set for new infections. More than 184,000 Americans tested positive for the virus. Hospitalizations also hit a record high for a fourth consecutive day, reaching more than 68,000. An average of more than 1,100 Americans a day have died of the virus since last weekend.
On Friday, President Trump said he expects Pfizer's vaccine to receive emergency use authorization in the coming weeks. But the vaccine needs to clear hurdles with the Food and Drug Administration. The president added that he would not issue new national restrictions. President-elect Joe Biden called the federal government's response, quote, woefully lacking. New York City began new restrictions on dining and gyms last night, and the city's schools could be next. Michael George is here in New York this morning with more. Michael, good morning.
Dana, good morning. It's a step backwards for a city that's made so much progress in fighting the virus. With the rate rising, Mayor Bill de Blasio says schools here could shut down as early as Monday. Communities nationwide are just trying to get a handle on an outbreak running out of control. Intensive care beds in Utah, where they can find staff, are all filled. And Utah's daily number of cases there jumped to nearly 4,000 at one point this week, signaling to other states they need to act. Massachusetts did Friday.
We're announcing today that we're going to reestablish a field hospital with 240 beds.
During the spring surge, Massachusetts had to use field hospitals to take care of the overflow of patients. But now, as every state sees a surge, the disparity between states on what to do remains deep. Take masks. 28 states mandate masks be worn, while 10 don't. Idaho is one of them, and its governor hopes to appeal for common sense.
This comes down to personal responsibility. Please wear a mask when you're around another person who's not in your household.
In contrast, Oregon's governor Friday ordered a 2-week freeze on the number of people who can contact each other.
It's about social get-togethers, which are limited to 2 households or a maximum of 6 people.
Even college football has taken a tough stand. After Arizona State football coach Herm Edwards tested positive, the ASU Cal game is called off. And so are at least a dozen college football games that now won't take place this weekend, including matchups featuring 3 of the nation's top-ranked teams, Alabama, Ohio State, and Texas A&M. Then there's the upcoming holidays.
That makes it very problematic because people out of necessity will be congregating indoors more than outdoors. This is a particular issue as we're approaching the holiday season of Thanksgiving.
1 in every 378 Americans tested positive for the virus this week, and a projection: the surge will be at its height in January. Dr. Michael Osterholm is a newly appointed member of President-elect Biden's virus task force.
We're going to see by far the darkest days of this pandemic between now and next spring when vaccine becomes available. Now we're running in the 120 to 130,000 cases a day. Do not be at all surprised when we hit 200,000 cases a day.
And late last night, North Dakota's governor ordered a statewide mask mandate after months of saying it was unnecessary. The state now has the highest new case rate in the country. Michelle.
Okay, y'all heard it. So for the people out there that choose not to wear masks, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't. I just don't know what to say. I can't wrap my head around it. Why anybody would not wear one. So. Anyway, that's that.